Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to today's edition of Daf Yomi. Nazir 56. Omid. Omid A. So let's dive straight in. Oche b'kadoshim la'acha shishim yom. Just finished from the previous Omid. Masiv Rami Bachama, Nazir Shahaya Tamay, B'safek, Umuchrat B'safek. Rami Bachama raised an objection from a mission 59b. With regard to a Nazarite who has an uncertain impurity from a corpse and stays as a confirmed leper is uncertain, he eats sacrificial foods after 60 days. So what does that mean? He cannot partake of sacrificial food beforehand, as he may be a leper who lacks atonement. Therefore, he must bring his offerings of purification before he can eat sacrificial foods. It is important to know that only those lacking atonement whose impurity is inherent, e.g. a leper or zav, are included in this category. However, other people who must bring offerings, e.g. Nazarites, may partake of sacrificial foods when the stage of an uncertain leprosy has passed and when he has completed his obligations of Nazariteship. He cannot shave leprosy right away, as he might be a pure Nazarite, and the state of uncertain leprosy does not avoid Nazariteship. Instead, after 30 days, he shaves for his uncertain status as a confirmed leper and his uncertain status as a pure Nazarite. Once again, he is not permitted to shave a second time, 7 days later, for the shaving done by a leper as part of his purification process in case he was not a leper but impure. Were that the case, it would mean that the previous shaving was for his impurity, and therefore he would be required to observe Nazariteship impurity for 30 days. On the conclusion of this period, i.e. the 60th day, he shaved and made sacrificial food on the following day, as even if he was a full-fledged leper, he has now shaved twice. And he drinks wine and may become impure to bear a corpse after 120 days. In other words, this individual has not yet completed Nazireship vow, as he might have been a confirmed leper, in which case both his acts of shaving would have counted for his leprosy. He therefore waits another 30 days and proceeds to shave on day 90. Even at that stage, he may not yet drink wine or contract with impurity from a corpse, as he might have been impure, which would mean that his third shaving was for his impurity. Consequently, he counts another period of 30 days for his Nazireship of purity, at the end of which he may perform the shaving of purity, drink wine, and become a pure Nazirite from a corpse, 120 days from the start of his Nazireship. As it is taught in the Tosefta in 6.1, with regard to that Mishnah, in what case is the statement said? With regard to a short Nazireship of 30 days. However, with regard to a Nazireship of a year, he eats sacrificial food after 2 years. He cannot shave until a year has passed, in case he is not a leper, and he may shave the second time only after a second year, in case he was actually impure, and this was his Nazireship observed in purity. After 2 years, he may eat sacrificial meat, for if he was a full-fledged leper, he has shaved twice. However, if the first 2 shavings were for his leprosy, he has not shaved for his Nazireship at all, and therefore he must observe an additional year, shave, and observe another year of Nazireship. As perhaps his third shaving was for impurity, and the other was for his Nazireship impurity, and consequently he may drink wine and become impure to bury a corpse after 4 years. And if it enters your mind that the days during which he was ritually impure count towards his Nazireship, it should be enough for him to observe 3 years and 30 days. Due to uncertainty, he cannot shave for his leprosy until a year has passed, in case he was a pure Nazirite. He must wait another year for his second shaving, as he might have been an impure Nazirite. However, at that point, if the days of his counting are considered part of his Nazireship, as claimed by Rav Chisda, he should be allowed to wait a mere 30 days for hair growth, shave for his impure Nazireship, and then add a final year for his Nazireship impurity. The fact that he's obligated to wait 4 years proves that his time as a leper does not count towards his Nazireship. And Rav Ashi raised a further objection from the following halacha midrash. I have derived only the days of impurity. What does that mean? Ein li ela yemei tuma. These are his days of impurity from a corpse, as the Torah clearly states that they must be completely negated in Numbers 6:12. Do not count as part of his tally of his Nazireship. From where do I derive that the days of his status as a confirmed leper also do not count towards his Nazireship? And is this not logical? After the days of impurity, he shaves and brings an offering, and after his days of confirmed leprosy, he likewise shaves and brings an offering. Just as the days of impurity do not count as part of his tally, so too the days of confirmed leprosy should not count as part of his tally. The Gemara rejects this argument. No, if you say that this is true with regard to the days of his impurity, which negate the previous days, shall you also say this in the case with regard to his days of confirmed leprosy, which should not negate the previous ones, as stated in the Mishnah? The Gemara suggests another proof. You can say that this is a fortiori inference. And if a Nazarite who uttered a vow when he was in a ritually impure place, e.g. a place of a grave, whose hair is fit for shaving of Nazariteship, he does not have to shave his head at the end of his period as an impure Nazarite, although he must observe 30 days of Nazarite impurity. Afterward, he shaved the hair that grew in impurity only because he shaved his Nazarite of purity, as explained above in 16b. And yet, those days when he was impure do not count as part of his tally. Then, with regard to his days of confirmed leprosy, when his hair is not fit for the shaving of Nazariteship, and he must first perform the shaving of leprosy, is it not all the more so that they should not count towards his Nazariteship? And I have derived only his days of confirmed leprosy. From where do I derive that his days of counting for purification from leprosy are not considered part of this term either? And is this not logical? That's the end of the Omid. I'll leave on that cliffhanger. And have a good day. All the best. Bye. Oh,